kind of player do you need?
We want somebody who's going to make a difference. We want somebody who's going to toe the line. We want Connor Hellebuyck.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to our video here on Pig City Hockey. I am back from my vacation to Europe. It was a great time, and it is honestly, I picked a great time to leave, I feel like, because the Jets lately have not been very good. Outside of that All-Star break and Connor Hellebuyck having a great time out there, with Kyle Connor and Rick Bonis as well, and just, being the All-Star that he is, the franchise leader that he is, it's great to see it. And I don't really care about the All-Star game that much. I haven't in a long time, but I still love seeing the guys get named and, getting their praises. And Connor Hellebuyck is just, he's just been such the best Jet for so long, and you just love to see it, like he could really get nominated for the Hart this year, even with the struggles the Jets have went through and this 5-game losing streak. Those three guys up there, actually I'll say those two guys up there in Rick Bonis and Connor Hellebuyck, they've been so crucial this year for so many different reasons. And I know this slump has a lot of fans, a little divided about things right now and the reasons why they were slumping and all that, but the All-Star break had these great moments, and you come back into things. You look at Connor Hellebuyck's numbers, like I was saying, he's been so good. Like, he's definitely going to probably get the Vezina this year. Like, I really think so. It's just his numbers are fantastic. He's been playing so well. He definitely is, having a great year because the Jets have finally been good in front of him. He doesn't have to be that guy to constantly bail them out every night. And even though you want that from your goaltender, those stats speak for themselves. He's just been so improved everywhere because he has such a reliable team in front of him. And, talking about all that reliability, let's talk about this 5-game losing streak. Because, the Jets finally snapped it with that 2-1 victory over the Penguins a couple days ago. And, that was huge. That was a very big moment. Connor Hellebuyck shined in that game, getting the first star. And that was a really important game for the Jets because this losing streak has sucked. And there's been a lot of different reasons for it. They can't score on the power play. They weren't able to buy a goal on 5-on-5. The defense at times, don't even get me started on the whole Brendan Dillon deal. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just so sick and tired of the NHL and discussing how stupid they are when it comes to suspensions, whether or not it's deserved or they missed one. It's just always the same shit. So I'm just not going to bother talking about it. The NHL is just a joke when it comes to player safety, and it will be until some serious changes are made in that department. But nonetheless, that 5-game stretch just sucked for the Jets. And, you see Dominic Toninato today getting waived, and hopefully nobody claims him. I think there's a 99% chance nobody claims him. But, Rick Bonis had a lot of heat on him during this losing streak. And, you see, like I said, Dominic Toninato getting waived today, that win on to against the Penguins, the Lions with the trade with Monahan. Like, those lines look good for me. Getting Ehlers back up there with Scheifele from the first line and playing with Connor, I like that. I like that second line of Perfetti, Monahan, and Velarde a lot. I really like that first power play if they could just get damn scoring. Velarde, Scheifele, Monahan, Connor, and Morrissey, that is a very good power play. And hell, that second unit's got a lot of, really gritty, crash the net type of players as well with a lot of skill in Ehlers. And I think that this team really can get going again. And I'm not worried about the Jets. And that's the big thing I want anyone to take from this video is you shouldn't be worried about the Jets. This isn't the same Jets teams we've seen in the past. That streak sucked, but I still believe in this team. I see just so many different changes in them, and I think that there were a lot of issues with the lineup, honestly, with that losing streak. I think Rick Bonis was stubborn. I think the organization was stubborn, and, you still see the Jets right there, third in the Western. So even with this 5-game skid, the Jets are still a top-tier team. They're still up there. They're still playing good hockey now, and I think that's really important because you have to remember, this is a team that, although it's pretty similar to last year, actually, it's really not when you look at that big trade that happened, and getting all these guys signed, them buying in was huge. Recently, we found out about Connor Hellebuyck, why he signed, coming from Rick Bonis. You hear it coming from the coach's mouth and everything like that. We thought that Connor Hellebuyck and Scheifele were going to be gone. It looked very, very bleak when it came to Winnipeg and what was coming up. But, they both signed those massive 7-year deals, $55 and almost $60 million deals. And the big reason on why these guys just chose to stay in Winnipeg after everything was because they were able to really, make trades, get Dubois out of there, change the attitude of the room. This is a team that is bought in. You've seen it all year long. And I think that 5-game losing streak sucked, but even the Canucks recently lost 2 games in a row. Teams lose, and good teams lose. Good teams go through adversity, and I think that something like this, coming out of the All-Star break, where a time where the Jets have struggled in the past, I think that this could be a good thing for them, honestly, going forward. Get these 5 losing games, but kick yourself in the ass a little bit, get motivated, and I think that game against Pittsburgh had a lot of really good improvements in it, and I think a lot needs to improve still, especially on that power play, but I believe in this team. What it really comes down to is Connor Hellebuyck is probably going to be a Hall of Famer. He already has been up into this point in his career. You've got so much talent on this team. You've got guys playing their heart out. And, you know, getting healthier, getting Gustafsson back, the depth improving, Kupari being out there now, you know, Axel Johnson was waived. He's still down there with the Moose. You still have all these capable depth guys down there, not to mention Brad Lambert playing great hockey. There's so many things coming up for the Jets right now outside of the fact that they're just playing good hockey, and I'm not worried. I know Bonis struggled during that losing streak to adapt the lines. Like, I really didn't like the lines up there. I think that the fact that it took him so long to really fully put Ehlers back up there in the first line after the success he had when Kyle Connor was out with injury, you know, I think that goes to show that Bonis can struggle a little bit. So when injuries happen, you know, you do have good depth guys coming up, but Bonis has struggled a bit in that regards of really getting the lineup going, and same with the power play, you know. And I think that that's the big area that needs to improve, is now that the Jets are healthy, they need to stay healthy, and they need to, more importantly, improve the power play. Now that you have these lines coming back, all your guys are getting healthy, you can kind of stabilize your top 4 lines, you know, your 4 lines, you can get that stabilized now, and now you can focus on really improving that power play, because that is what needs to change. You know, at the end of the day, you cannot get 6 power play opportunities in a game and not score on any of them. And, you know, they need to win that game on Wednesday against the Sharks. Get 2 wins before you go into the biggest game of the year against the Vancouver Canucks. It's going to be a hell of a game on Saturday. I'm going to be in attendance. Zach and Carter are going to be out here on the West Coast with me watching that game. It's going to be a hell of a night, and that is the biggest test of this season so far. So coming out of that 5 games, get these next 2 wins, get some wind going underneath you again, because I still believe in this team, and I really think that this team can go all the way. Make sure to subscribe to stay updated with all things Winnipeg Jets hockey. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Check out all the other affiliate links down in the description below. Peace and positivity as always. Go Jets, go! And ladies and gentlemen, it ain't over yet. It's always good to go through some hard times, because you never know how good you're going to be when you come out of them. Perfect. It'll all be over. It'll all be over.